Let's get it! This is going hands-on with all of the new HomeKit gear coming in 2022 announced at CES. Welcome my fine-looking friends, it is Andrew here from AppleInsider, and let's go ahead and check out some new HomeKit gear coming in 2022. This is the brand new Belkin Wemo video doorbell. This is already up for order at $249, and basically it is a HomeKit exclusive video doorbell that supports HomeKit secure video, which means its recordings are stored inside of iCloud. Has a very wide 178-degree field of view, giving it a lot more in that view than competing doorbell cameras, including those from Logitech and Nest. It is a wired doorbell, and there's a professional installation version if you would prefer to have a professional install it rather than taking it on yourself. Coming in the second half of 2022, Belkin is releasing all new versions of its smart dimmers and smart plugs that will support Thread as well as Matter. Wemo is also rolling out the Thread update for its stage scene controller. The Thread update was promised a while back, but it is finally being delivered here. They've already started to roll out the Thread firmware update through the Home app, and it will roll out to everybody, barring no issues, by the end of January. Now, unfortunately, I could not check this out because Eve was not able to make it to CES this year, but they have introduced a new outdoor security camera that works exclusively with HomeKit and HomeKit Secure Video. This thing does look great though, and there's a lot of nice features. You're basically getting a motion detector, a camera, and a spotlight all in one. It is a wired camera though, so keep that in mind because you do need to have a good place that you can mount this outside of your home. Schlage is out with the very first HomeKey supported smart lock. Basically, it allows you to unlock this with just a tap via NFC from your Apple Watch or your iPhone. The new Encode Plus will be coming out later this year, and it connects over Wi-Fi. Now, the Eve MotionBlinds were technically announced inside of 2021, but they announced at CES 2022 that these are now available to order globally from a variety of different websites. So you can check these out if you want Thread connected smart blinds that work with Apple HomeKit. These are what you have to check out. There are no hub required, and they can be recharged via USB-C, and they have a physical cord that you can use to raise and lower them if you aren't using your smart device. Sengled, they are out with some new HomeKit devices this year, and unfortunately they did not have any to show off at CES. They have new ones including a door and window sensor, as well as a motion sensor and a leak sensor. All three of those will be supporting HomeKit. They didn't have any for me to check out, which was very disappointing, but they will be coming this year. Okay, cut me some slack with this one because I still think it counts as pretty much a HomeKit device, and that is this new smart desk mat from Moft. And what is particularly interesting in the world of HomeKit is that there are NFC chips embedded into this smart mat, allowing you to run smart home automations. All you need to do is bring your phone near those two tags, and you can run a series of automations using Siri shortcuts, which can tie into HomeKit. So if you wanted to sit down at your desk, tap your phone, and start a playlist, or adjust your lights for the workday, all of that is possible with the Moft Smart Mat. Aside from having NFC built into the pad itself, there's nothing other HomeKit related about this thing. I just thought it was really neat and somewhat smart home related for people in the Apple ecosystem. There's a bunch of other little cool things though, such as this MagSafe type wireless charger here that can mount on the side. There are a ton of different little accessories for it, such as these little magnetic ones that can hold notepads and notes to it. It can also be propped up more vertically and used as an iPad stand. You can attach a book to it. There's just all sorts of stuff that it can do, but it does tie into shortcuts, which can be used with HomeKit. Meet the new S7 Max V Ultra, which is a robotic vacuum from Roborock. And if you're familiar with HomeKit, you probably know that HomeKit does not have a vacuum functionality, but the new S7 Ultra works with Siri shortcuts, which means you can tie it in to your HomeKit scenes and control it via the HomePod. What's really amazing about this new model here is that it does mop and vacuum at the same time. And when it docks, there's actually this little brush that goes back and forth and cleans the mop itself. after it is done mopping your floor. It'll go ahead and replace the water with clean water, deposit the dirty water, and remove all the dust from the dustbin that it is collected. It works on both hardwood floors and carpet, and when it goes onto carpet, it is able to automatically lift up the mop as to not get your carpet wet. This thing is very cool, and because it does integrate with Siri shortcuts, it means you can use it with your other HomeKit accessory and tie it into your other scenes. After promising and then reneging to bring HomeKit support to the Casa line, TP-Link is bringing its Tapo line here to the US with HomeKit support on many products. The only HomeKit Tapo device they had on hand at CES for me to check out is this smart thermostat, which is awesome, but there will be other products including smart plugs and smart power strips that will support HomeKit as well. Even though it's not coming to the Casa line, still, TP-Link is embracing HomeKit. Aqara is announcing new Thread-enabled devices, which will not require their hub. They are starting with a door and window contact sensor as well as a motion sensor set to debut later this year. Twinkly also announced a new light strip that is USB powered and will work with Apple HomeKit. These new dot lights are very minimalist and they work with a bunch of other platforms. These things look really cool, and recently Twinkly updated its other light strips to work with HomeKit, including its outdoor ones. These are great for holidays, decorating around your house, or for gaming. Smart home mainstay Nanoleaf had a new CES announcement this year, and while it wasn't a new product, it was still pretty exciting. And that is the inclusion of its new elements, shapes, and lines devices to support acting as a Thread border router for all HomeKit products. Currently, the only Thread border router options for HomeKit devices are the HomePod Mini as well as the latest generation Apple TV 4K. But now, if you don't have those devices, say you have an older HomePod or an older Apple TV, you don't need them to act as Thread border routers. If you have a Nanoleaf lines, shapes, or elements product, those should be able to act as Thread border routers for any of your Thread-enabled HomeKit devices. So I also got to demo out this guy, which is pretty incredible. It's the Smart 2 ThinCast. Now, there are multiple different versions of this, including floor standing or those tall versions, full-length mirrors. Then there are smaller mirrors like this one that are more vanity-style mirrors. Now, these can run off of power, but there is a battery pack option available. And what makes these worthy of our HomeKit Roundup video is that they work with AirPlay and show in the Home app. These are fully HomeKit certified, and you're able to AirPlay and mirror your phone to these mirrors. So the mirrors can be full-on straight mirrors, just normal. You can use them as an Android tablet, or you can use them kind of like an Apple TV and cast video or audio to this device. It's pretty darn cool, and I kind of love it. But these do support HomeKit. Aura Air announced that it has been updated to now support HomeKit. This was announced at CES, and we're pretty excited about it because it's been a long time coming. Another Air device will be getting an update this year. Mila says that they will be updating its smart air purifier to support HomeKit. Now, this update is not available yet, but they say they are working on it and just finishing up the certification process. Hopefully, as long as everything goes smoothly, we should see it sooner rather than later, but this is a popular device, and I think they look really cool. So just exciting to see HomeKit coming to another air purifier among the many that are already starting to be supported. And finally, this isn't as much of a new product announcement, but this is a first demo of Matter. This is a Google Nest Hub controlling several HomeKit products, including an Eve Energy. We can ask Google here to control the lights, anything like that, and it's able to do it on the Eve Energy, which is, if you remember, HomeKit only. All this is being done with Matter and Thread, and it's pretty exciting to see the future. Let me know what you guys think and what your favorite new product is on Twitter at Andrew_OSU. I'll see you next time.